There's my big stepbrother, Dakota Sion Downey. I was 15 years old on October 5th, 2014. I remember thinking it was just a dream. My grandpa came inside our house and he screamed, "He's dead, he's dead. Dakota's dead." I had to get up out of my bed to run downstairs just to make sure I heard him correctly. I didn't believe it. I was in tears. The whole house was in tears. Dakota was dead due to suicide. And suicide seems to be getting worse and worse as the years go by. And I urge us to do something about it. You never know what caring for someone's life will do for them. Hi, my name is Joyce, and the purpose of my speech is to persuade to learn about the signs and what to do when it comes to suicide. I've had 2 personal accounts in my family of suicide. My stepbrother Dakota, that you just saw, and my foster brother Andrew, who had 2 beautiful children. And I would like to talk about how to be more educated on the topic, and so there can be less cases. Today we discuss the problem of suicide and how many people today think that it's their only resort in life. So many families have been negatively affected by this, as well as friends and society as a whole. And I can't describe the hole you feel in your heart when somebody commits suicide that's close to you. So I'd like to discuss on why it happens and some solutions on how to prevent this from happening. Let's begin by talking about the problem. Suicide is still happening today. It is said by the CDC that suicide is the 12th leading cause of death in the US. Now that's crazy. You would never suspect that taking your own life is the 12th leading cause of death in the US. Why does this happen? Suicide happens because people are trying to escape reality. Sometimes it's those around them that hurt them physically or mentally and they just can't handle it anymore. I'm sure we've all been there. Maybe you've had suicidal thoughts but never actually done it. And sometimes it's not those around them, it's their own distorted way of thinking. More clearly, what I mean is depression. Depression causes one to slip out of rational way of thinking and can lead to there's no other way out type of thinking. And thus making them think they need to end it all. And also, the person's already on they're already doing substance abuse, or that depression leads to substance abuse like drug and alcohol, and it can lead to unwise decisions, and it can lead to severe depression and can intensify the thought of suicide. Many suicide attempts have happened mostly when people are under the influence of alcohol or drugs. This is because they are not in their right mind. It's easier to do something that you're scared of when you are not in your right mind than when you are in your right mind. The solution: be upfront and ask the question, are you thinking about suicide? Well, most people think, and the common misconception is that if you ask this question, that would more likely make them want to do suicide. Or some people think that it'll offend people, or it'll make people more like not want to talk to them, like close up more. What talking about this does is it's open the doors for that person to openly talk about like what's going on in their mind and what's going on maybe at home or what's going on at school, whatever it is. It helps them know that they have a safe space to be able to open up and talk to somebody who actually went straight to the point and not just dilly-dallied around and just said, "Are you sad?" They just asking the question, "Are you thinking about suicide?" helps them open up more. It may cause them to see that suicide's not the answer. And when you give someone a judgment-free zone where they can openly talk about how they feel, it can make them more comfortable in seeking further support and realizing suicide is not the answer. Learn the warning signs. Some warning signs, but these are not all of them, are disturbed sleep patterns, anxiety, agitation, and the simplest of situations. Pulling away from friends and family, a big one. Past attempts, extreme self-hating habits, extreme self-hating thoughts. Feeling like they don't belong. Hopelessness, rage and irritability, feeling trapped. Increased use of alcohol or drugs, feeling like burden on others, and so forth. We have this saying in the military, and I really like it because it's helped me so much to stop and think about what do I do immediately when somebody is sad or thinking of suicide. It's ask, care, treat, which spells out act. You ask if they're thinking about suicide, show them you care by giving them a judgment-free space to open up about it, and treat by giving them resources such as numbers to call like hotlines, and give them places to get treatment from, like different counseling, psychologists, psychiatrists. I know when I was very depressed, I had more of the one-on-one help from the psychiatrist help me. So yeah, those are very good things. The benefits of being able to know and being educated on people thinking about suicide and how to prevent it are when we care about people enough to listen and reach out to them. We show them that they're not alone. This gives hope to so many and can show them that it's okay to get the help they need. Know what the signs are to suicidal thoughts and actions causes us to be more attentive to people who are being negative and can be the big difference they need to change those thoughts around. Following these solutions that I mentioned can bring more families back together again and protect the ones we love and care for. It can help people feel as though they are not alone and life is worth fighting for. Most importantly, knowing how to look for these signs and knowing how to help means people get the help they need and can lead that person to help the next person, and that person can help the next person, and so forth. I like to leave you with these words. In conclusion, suicide has killed so many that we love or may not even know, and there are several solutions to either helping someone through it or leading them to get the help they need. Being educated on suicide and the prevention of suicide is so important because we will be able to help more people in recovery instead of seeing so many more die from suicide. Act now by watching the TED Talk, Why We Need to Talk About Suicide by Mark Hennick, which was a very good one for me. It just helps, he explains his experience with thinking about suicide, and now he's alive today and he talks about how he got through it. And there's tons of other videos like this to better equip to handle these situations, or donating to causes like ASFP, which is a group that takes donations and helps with the counseling of people who are depressed or stuff like that. So yeah, donating to causes that are there to help for suicide and watching videos to be more educated or even taking a class. Thank you.